After all, we've only got 2 more updates now until Chapter 4 Season 4 being 26.00 as Epic Games return off vacation at the end of Summer Escape, but the next update is scheduled for the 25th of July 2023 being 25.20. On top of that, the next one after the next update when Epic Games return, as I've just mentioned, 25.30 is the last update of Chapter 4 Season 3 before 26.00, meaning the 26th season of Fortnite in the code in Chapter 4 Season 4. Initially, we thought this was going to be the last season of Chapter 4, considering Chapter 3 pulled it off, a year-long chapter with 4 seasons making up that, sadly with only 1 live event despite, the finale event in itself, Fracture, which ended off the chapter although it was kind of live in-game. We all had to attend it at the same time around the world, but literally it was just full of mini-games and cutscenes. Epic for real downgraded with this finale compared to Chapter 2, I'm just saying. As we typically see live events though, the first one of each chapter occur in the second season despite, Chapter 1, because the first ever live event actually not only occurred over 5 years ago officially now, but obviously Epic Games made this in-game innovation, live in-game events that we can all attend around the world at the same time in Chapter 1 Season 4 for the Blast-Off or Rocket Launch event. Anyways, the reason for me mentioning the first live event usually occurs the second season of each chapter, Chapter 2 Season 2 The Device and Chapter 3 Season 2 Collision, is because in comparison to Chapter 4, despite us having this codename Jurian in the files being worked on, which is actually the finale event in itself as we know now, considering we never saw a live event in the second season of Chapter 4, breaking this trend of the first live event of each chapter, being in this second season, as we also all anticipated a volcano to be upcoming and this Cyber Dragon to actually do something, considering it's an indestructible structure, kind of like the Mecha Team Leader, giving those sort of vibes when it was being constructed, and despite this still being a possibility, perhaps even this season for a live event, it remains very unlikely considering, like I said, Epic Games are on vacation. This remains a possibility very slightly, however, considering of course they've gone against the trend of the first live event occurring the second season of each chapter, perhaps meaning Season 3 or in a summer event for the first time, we could maybe be getting a live event, a very slim chance, the first one of Chapter 4 in Season 3 summer event that nobody expected. And the reason I say this and regarding the volcano is because, as you can see, Aiko's pointed out in this battle pass that nobody seems to be talking about, Season 3 volcano POI ? In the battle pass there's a few volcano references, although not many and not anything too significant. However, we know there's some files related to Zero Lava, somehow tied to the petrified Zero Point. Take this with a grain of salt. Prior to the start of this season, we expected a lot of other things upcoming as well, such as